One. Welcome everyone to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today we are taking a look at the biggest Lyran starship design, the Royal Lion. Which looks more like it takes some design elements from the Tiger and other designs rather than the basic Lion.
You wouldn't be wrong. This is actually a direct development of the Panther class.
Huh.
Mostly because they realized, well, the Panther's tough, the Lion is not. So they basically just upgraded the whole thing. But on to the actual lore. With the development of the Condor class, it was determined that the Lyrans would need a super battleship, something to rival it. And oh boy, did they decide to go all in on it. When the Lion class proved entirely insufficient, and the Panther proved to be more flexible, they added a new superstructure, extended the hull slightly, and added more of the boom weapon pods, more disruptors, more ESGs, 4 full expanding sphere generators, 7,
and of course the
Mauler cannons, and 40 disruptors.
Wow. This thing,
in theory, it could be considered the scimitar of its time.
Yeah.
If not for the simple problem that all Lyran starships have. This battleship is scatterbrained.
Yeah.
It has a decent long-range weapon with the Maulers, and potentially the Disruptors. But the Maulers have piss-poor accuracy, and the Disruptors have poor burst damage. The ESG is devastating at point-blank range.
But only at point-blank range.
Now, long-range skirmishing between battleships was certainly common during that time, but the Royal Lion, despite its formidable capabilities, often came out as a Pyrrhic winner in every single engagement. Thus, it was decided that these ships would be used in escort duties for far superior battleships, such as the rare, but far more usable Missouri and Yamato classes.
Yeah.
Because, well, I hate to say it, but they sucked at accuracy.
Yeah.
That does not mean they were anything but not formidable. In fact, the Negvar class was used as, well, a sort of spiritual successor to the Royal Lion in a way.
Indeed, I can sort of see the resemblance.
Indeed. In fact, the Lyran Navy, what's left of it, actually took on a Negvar-class warship and named it the LSS Royal Lion in honor of its spiritual ancestor.
Yep.
Of course, the ship is still around, and could be used potentially more in a modern role as a sort of juggernaut. Hint, hint, cryptic.
Yeah. Now, let's get to the stats. Entered service date. This thing is a counter to the Condor. So, Condor was 2286, Royal Lion 2286?
2287.
2287, okay. From the crew size, I'm thinking scale 5, so we start with the basic Lion stat block. Comm 7, Computer 7, Engines 10, Sensor 7, Structure 7, Weapons 10. And we can add one more point to that. I'm thinking Structure.
Definitely.
And unless we want to take points away from Engines, I can't think of any other modifications.
Well, considering this thing is basically a bigger, meaner version of the Lion.
Yeah.
Let's compare the weapons here.
Yeah, the weapons, disruptor cannons, disruptor banks, the mauler, expanding sphere generator, strength 4 tractor beam. In terms of STA, they're pretty much the same.
However, that's because STA decides to the number of weapons matters this thing actually has.
Yeah.
The Lion only has 20. The Royal Lion has twice that amount.
Wow. Alright, let's look into department modifiers. The original Lion had Command 1, had 1 point each in Command Security and Engineering. What do you think for the Royal Lion?
Command and Security. Because
Okay.
every single one of these things was used as a sector command ship.
Alright, so where does the third point go? A second point in command, a second point in security?
It's probably command. After all, again, all of these ships were used as flagships for their respective squadrons, when they weren't being seconded to far more flexible and usable ships like the Yamato.
Right. So, there we go. So, 2 points in command, 1 point in security. Talents, like the Lion had command ship, improved hull integrity, and improved impulse drive. I don't see any reason to change that for the Royal Lion.
I'm not seeing much point either.
Same special rules again. Mauler, stats for the Mauler and ESG. Descriptor traits. Lyran Starship.
Negvar Ancestor.
Negvar Ancestor.
She may have also spiritually at least inspired the Scimitar class. Because of her excessive number of guns.
Yep.
Her excessive number of somewhat ineffective guns because scatterbrained.
Yep. Alrighty. That is the Royal Lion. The biggest starship of her time. For the Lyrans, at least.
She may not be the most... Oh yeah, STO. Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is most definitely a juggernaut.
Right.
And I mean the ship type, you know, with the built-in spinal lance of doom.
Ah, yes.
Because as ridiculous as it is, it would certainly fit. And hell, maybe the beam would come out of those fins at the front.
Possibly?
Shotgun of doom.
Yep.
Speaking of doom,
Looks like you've got some more ISC peoples coming your way to receive their punishment.
indeed, we might as well watch them get obliterated. Actually,
Yeah.
that might actually be a good setup for Captain's Log, so
Yeah,
bring
we'll
this to an end.
Yeah, we'll bring this to an end and go to the captain's log conversions.
Bye bye.